This is an interesting bit of history. As fireplaces are transformed over the years from wood burning, with a grate, to pure coal burning and or gas fires. So here's one of the fireplaces that I've finished. The firebox is probably 2 feet by 18 inches. And over the years, those type of fireboxes are bricked up to take nothing but just a small amount of coal and are far closer into the room and end up looking like this. But this is one of the mantles we've removed that we did not want to keep. The new mantle for this fireplace is in there. And today is the day for tearing out the old and starting to rebuild and replaster to mount the new fire mantle, and then retile like I have in the other rooms. You can see where the original firebox is, and it's in perfect shape. So I should be able to tear out this new insert of brick and expose the original. Should look good. Well, that turns out to be a very nice big fireplace. Original brick, still with the soot on it from its use before it was bricked up. I did think it was modified a long time ago, but the more I look at it, I came across some modern bricks deep inside. So modern meaning, 1930s, 1940s, maybe. Still almost 100 years ago, but not 200. So that's a good clean start. Now I've got to get some mortar mixed and start doing the repair work. It was a quick job. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Didn't get here till 10. So it's all squared up, nice and solid. I got to let that dry, of course. I probably will not do a finish coat of mud until after the mantle is fitted, because a lot of it is not going to be seen behind the mantle, or at least I believe so. The mantle that's going there is the one that's over in this room. So maybe I will. No, I'm tiling the gap in between, so nothing will be seen that I care about. So I'll be tiling after I fit the mantle. But that'll be another day. That'll be tomorrow. Plaster's nice and dry, so fit the mantle with construction adhesive to hold it initially, and then decide where the screws are going to go. I glued 2 others in place yesterday, and they are very solid, so I might not screw them. The offset fireplace with the surrounds are because there's a fireplace downstairs and the chimneys run side by side all the way up through the house. So I've got to decide what to do. Both of these are bricked up. I might dig the brick out and put a smaller support and surround so they look a little more centered when I tile them. But they're in place and they're nice and solid, and I've now got to finish some mud work around them. So let's get that mantle fitted and see what needs to be done. This is phase 2 of the upstairs fireplace, because phase 1 was unsuccessful in that all of the top upstairs fireplaces are jogged over to one side of the chimneys, because the chimney from downstairs and the chimney from upstairs pass each other within the brickwork of the chimney. And to make that easier, the upstairs fireboxes are built set over to one side. So I fitted the mantle on the chimney breast, and whilst it looked good side to side, the mantle was good, the firebox was not centered, and it didn't look right. So I've had to extend the chimney breast, and to do that I had to remove the closet, bookshelf, whatever it was in this room, which has now left me, of course, with some finish work that I have to do. So I had to extend the fireplace over by 12 inches. When it's mudded, it'll all look like the original chimney, but it's now centered the firebox. So I can tile it, mud this, and it looks original and centered, which is the plan. So I've got to get on with mudding the repairs that I've had to do with removing the closet that was built in here in the corner. Feels a little bit like backwards work, but it'll be done soon. Let me get on to time lapse again. So it's framed in, it's drywalled, and the first coat of mud needs a day to dry. So I'll finish the final coat of mud tomorrow. I'm probably going to fit the mantle whilst it's still wet and give it a couple of days to dry before I sand it, and get on with tiling the fireplace. But I'm happy with that. That looks good. It'll look like an original chimney, albeit a huge one. And I'm glad I removed that closet. It was a little rough. Drywall that is on is fireproof 5/8. You do not need it. It is not open to the chimney, and it's not a working chimney with a capped top anyway, but it's a framed, and I used 5/8 because I had some spare. The ceiling does have to be 5/8 beneath my feet because it separates two living spaces. Above my head it does not have to be, but again, I used it for convenience. So I am done for today. It is 3:30. That actually took longer than I thought it might. So upstairs, parlor, you might call it. The fireplace is finished. So chimney's been extended. I haven't sanded and painted yet. Fireplace is now centered on the firebox, so the mantle is in the right place. Tiled it and sealed it, and that's another one that's complete. Now for the kitchen countertops, I think.